Stakes, 1400 off racing. Hemlock Stone, the stayer, drops straight to the back of the field in company with Western Empire. Comfort Me is the first of them to land. Won the start over Bustler in good order. And the stablemate's going to sit in the first half. Super SMINK, she's fourth on the inside as they settle properly, going out to the riverside of the track. A length and a half away then, Ginger Baker down on the inside of Magnificent Andy. They've started to stack and rack. The speeds come off a bit here. Then on the rails next of all, Yongalas back with Admiration Express, followed by Western Empire, who's back there in the field with Let's Gallivant, and last is Hemlock Stone. 800 metres left to go here in the Listia Stakes. Comfort Me, held back to the field, leads the way, and he is in cruise mode from Bustler. Running third down on the inside, the favourite Super SMINK. In good order, the stablemate is outside of her. And then came Ginger Baker, Magnificent Andy. They're starting to roll now. Back on the inside, Yongalas, the grey Admiration Express, hooks out to start a run. Western Empire's got the job in front of it. Right back in the field in company as well with Yongalas. Let's Gallivant, Hemlock Stone into the home straight. Comfort Me should have a kick. He led them at the 275. Super SMINK trying to get around his heels now into the clear. In good order, the stablemate is there as well. In good order, Super SMINK dashing between them. Super SMINK goes to the lead from In Good Order. It's Super SMINK. She's got the better of the stablemate and wins it. Super SMINK won the Listia from In Good Order. Western Empire came late. So did Magnificent Andy, joining Comfort Me in a tight battle for third. In behind them, Ginger Baker, Admiration Express, followed by Bustler. Then Let's Gallivant, Hemlock Stone, and amongst the last is Yongalas. Super SMINK. What a day it is for trainer Danny Morton. He has got the Faritha and now the Listia as well. Number 9, Super SMINK, defeats the returning stablemate In Good Order. Comfort Me, Magnificent Andy, fought out third just in front of Western Empire. As we wait for the full list of the numbers to be declared after the running of race 8. Chris Parnham, though, had Super SMINK up there in the right spot. She was always going to get a lovely run. It was just dependent on how close she was to the leader. Her turn of foot would bring her into the race, and that it has. Is In Good Order, who made a great return to racing this afternoon, was there and ready to go toe-to-toe. 9, 8, 3 and 2 are the numbers. 9, 8, 3, 2. Half a length, 1 length, with the time and also the concluding 600 sectional still to be confirmed. She's a wonderful mare by Super One, and that is her 6th win now from 23. And this victory this afternoon will take her prize earnings up in the vicinity of around 1.47 million with bonuses attached. Big double for Danny Morton today, and the many connections involved in this delightful mare. She was hungry for the line this afternoon. She got the better of In Good Order. Terrific first up. And Comfort Me, who was able to dictate the race and just held back to the field there to make it a big sprint, and has clinched third just from Magnificent Andy and from well off them Western Empire. The next today, the Lucky Grey, over 1,800 metres, 4:59 from the Western 10's out, Candlelight Supper, which goes to York for the Cup tomorrow. We'll take you downstairs now to Lockie in the yard, and she ran favourite at $2.80 Super SMINK. Delightful ride there, but she's such a gun, and she was so keen to really take the opportunity and the gap to claim the Listia Stakes this afternoon.
What a mare she is, Darren, and what a day for the Dan Morton stable. Dan joins me once again. Dan, congratulations on the win. Super SMINK, she's been the stable star for many a season now, and she's returned as well as ever.
Yeah, stoked with that, obviously. And the second horse, he was fantastic. Yeah, she's a stable favourite, so yeah, it means a bit.
All throughout her career, her one, I guess, knock on her is the fact that she often hasn't been able to use a gate to her advantage. How excited or how happy were you to see her in the box seat early?
Well, I did give Chris a little, niggle early after the second race, but yeah, like it was important, but it's all tempo related. If they were going too quick, then you don't need to be there. But they went steady enough that it sort of worked for her today. Probably you don't need to be there when they're going that quick, yeah.
Wins here at 1,400 metres. What's the next couple of weeks look like for her heading towards a railway at a mile in a couple of weeks' time?
Again, you know, she's had a good level of fitness, so, you know, it's just our job to tick every box and, you know, just be super careful and probably not sleep much myself.
From a weights perspective, I know you generally leave that up to your racing manager and BJ Orion, but what do you think is a winnable weight for a mare like her in a railway?
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, we were aware coming into today, you know, you might gain half a kilo or something, but, you know, these races are here to win. They're worth proper money, and, you know, if she's got a little penalty, so be it. But, yeah, she's going super, and we're looking forward to the railway.
In good order, the second horse, he's returned in a wonderful order.
He really has. He really has. Gee, you looked threatening there for a minute too. Yeah, but we've got an ambitious sort of program set out for him, and he's coming off a long layoff, but that was awesome to see.
What a day for the stable. Congratulations.
Thank you. Great.
There's Dan Morton after the winner, Super SMINK, and here's Chris Parham.
9, 8, 3 and 2 in the Listia Stakes. Chris Parham joins us now. Well, she was obviously a wonderful 2-year-old filly to you back in the day, but now she's still at the peak of her powers.
Yeah, she's a magnificent mare now. To what she's did early and to still be going at this age, she's done a tremendous job.
Today, barrier number 1, and she was able to settle up a little bit closer.
Yeah, look, she can settle closer as long as we're not going at a fast speed. Today we went pretty steady, as I thought we might, and she jumped well and just landed there, so I would have had to have strangled her to get any further back, so happy to sit there, and she did the rest for me.
Watching you in the head-on, as soon as you got out and around heels, it looks like you were pretty keen to just to punch her out hands and heels for as long as you could.
Yeah, she's a pretty genuine type of mare, so she knows where the winning post is.
Railway last year, she didn't get a lot of luck, but you know that she belongs at that level.
Oh, for sure, yeah. You know, like, I think she's a sort of mare that, you know, is capable of winning a Group 1, so fingers crossed she can do it in the railway, and yeah, I think she's good enough.
She's probably going to line up in 3 Group 1s, the Railway, the Northerly and the Gold Rush. In Chris Parham's opinion, which is the one that's most likely to come out in Super SMINK's favour if she is to win one of them?
Oh, you know, she raced in all 3 last year, and she ran placings in the Railway and Gold Rush. She's quite unlucky in the Northerly, so look, you could make a case that she could have won one of them for sure, so I think 14 to a mile was her sweet spot, so I think probably the Railway.
Memory Parade, can she win the Lucky Grey?
She can. She drops in grade a little bit, steps up in distance, but she's a pretty handy mare on her day, so looking forward to that.
Congratulations, well done.
Thanks.
There's Chris Parham, gun ride aboard the 5-year-old mare in Super SMINK, and what a day it's turning out to be for Dan Morton and his team. He takes out the Faritha and the Listia Stakes here at Ascot. Don't go anywhere, because the Lucky Grey Stakes is coming up next.